Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs to overcome the challenge of work-life. Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs to overcome the challenge of work-life balance, burnout, break bad, old, unhealthy, negative habits, behaviors, build new habits, create new rituals, new routines. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is protect your time, protect your goals, and your dreams. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, but very few actually admit to themselves. It's this bad habit, this common mistake that can completely derail your health, your business, your focus, and even put your goals and dreams at a big risk. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience here because this used to be one of my biggest challenges, one of my biggest obstacles. You see, as entrepreneurs, we all have relationships in our life, like friends, relatives, people we love and care about, people that we are constantly connected with in our entrepreneurial life, but people who mean so much to us. And of course, we want to help them, we want to care about them, we want to support them and stand for them when they need us, when they need our support, our help. That's natural, that's human, and it's a beautiful thing to do in life, to show your love, your care to others in your life or in your circle area. But here's the problem: if you don't set boundaries or constraints, those same people, without even meaning to, can hold you back from building the life and business you're dreaming of. They will prevent you from making progress, from improving, from growing and scaling your business and building that dream life. Let me explain this to you. So, for years, I was the guy who said yes constantly to everything. Anytime someone needed help, anytime someone wanted to chat, anytime there was a request for a help or support, I would put down my own work. I would stop focusing on my business, stop being productive, and go help others. I thought I was being nice. I thought I was being kind. And I thought I was doing the right thing. But what I didn't realize and what ended up happening at the time was that I was paying a very big price, but I didn't notice that. I wasn't being aware of my mistake. The price was years of lost progress, years of not doing the work and postponing my goals, my dreams, and losing years in building and growing and scaling my business. My business wasn't moving forward. My life wasn't moving forward. I was stuck in the same place because I was too busy living according to everyone else's priorities instead of protecting my own priorities. So, and the truth is, when you keep saying yes to everyone, what you're really doing is saying no to yourself, saying no to your goals and your dreams. Supportive. Now, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't help people. I'm not saying you shouldn't be kind of or supportive. Helping others is important and it brings us so much meaning and love and happiness into our life. But the point is, it should not come at the cost of your health, your business, your mindset, and your future. People around you need to understand that you have work to do. You have responsibilities, you have clients, you have projects, you have goals and dreams. Sometimes you're going to be busy, sometimes you're going to have to say no, and that's not being rude, that's not being unsupportive or unhelpful, that's being disciplined, focused. I had to learn this the hard way. I had to turn off notifications. I had to mute groups on social media or like WhatsApp app. I had to sign out of my social media accounts. I had to silence my phone. I had to isolate myself at times or certain times of a day. Not because I didn't care about people, but because I needed to protect my productivity, my focus, my energy, and my vision of the future. Because the because here's the truth. If you let distractions or other people's demands control your life, your entrepreneurial journey is already at a big risk. Trust me when I say this. I'm saying this from my own personal experience of feeling unmotivating, feeling unhappy, unsuccessful in my own entrepreneurial life or my own entrepreneurial journey. And I know some of you listening right now, you're guilty of this. I know when you're listening to this, you're saying, oh, wow, this is exactly me. This is how I used to be doing, and this is I'm currently still doing, or making the same mistake or repeating the same habit. You stop working just to reply to messages. You let your time management slide. You pile up unfinished projects by stacking them. You break promises to yourself, and the result, you feel stuck, frustrated, and unproductive, and you feel unhappy with your life. That's not the entrepreneurial journey you signed up for. That's not the entrepreneurial journey that you choose for yourself. Now, let me give you some practical ways to fix this. So, number one, don't turn on your devices until you've completed your most important work, because your most important work should come first. And do not let any active devices around your work area. Number two, help others only after you've taken care of your key business tasks or the tasks that moves the needle in your business. So make it a habit, set a constraint for yourself that unless I'm complete, I'm done with my most important tasks, projects on my to-do list in my business, I'm not going to help anyone. Number three, reply to emails, messages, SMS, and texts after your projects are complete. Number four, always put your health, your family, and your business first before saying yes to others, to anybody. Number five, schedule helping people at times that don't interfere with your focus. So anything that interfere or that prevents you from staying committed to your schedule or following along with your time management, you should block that. You should avoid that. Number six, if possible, keep your acts of kindness outside of your main work days and hours, maybe on weekends. Book time to help people during the weekends where you are resting, where you are taking day offs, where you are relaxing. So use that time to help others. But you should protect your work days during the week because this is very important. See, by setting boundaries like these, you're not becoming selfish. You're not just thinking about yourself. You're becoming intentional. You're creating space to do your best work and still be kind and supportive in a healthy way, where you are maintaining a work, life, and support and help balance. So you are balancing your work between doing work, taking care of your health and your family, and supporting and helping others. Helping others is wonderful, my friends. Supporting your community, your family, your friends, your organizations, that is meaningful work. Whenever you help your any community, whenever you help a sport club or a sport team, whenever you help any human rights organization or any organizations in your local area, or whenever you help your church or your mosque based on your religion, it's very meaningful. It brings you so much happiness into your life, but it needs to have limits, because when it doesn't, you're sacrificing the very dream you're working so hard for. You are sacrificing your dreams, your goals, in order to help others. I had to break that habit in my own personal experience, in my own personal entrepreneurial journey. I had to pay the price of years wasted before I woke up and realized if I don't protect my time and energy, no one else will. And once I made that shift, once I learned to say no when I needed to, my business started moving forward again. I felt clearer, more focused, more energized, and more productive. And I want the same for you. So here's my message. Don't make the same mistake that I did before. Don't lose years of progress just because you're trying to be the nice person who says yes to everything. Don't try to be cool or to try to compete with others to show that you are the best in helping others, that you are number one in helping and supporting others. Don't try to prove yourself. Don't try to show off, because you have goals, you have dreams, you have a family behind the scenes, and you should focus on those areas in life, not only focusing on other people. Protect your time, protect your energy, protect your mindset, protect your clarity, and most importantly, protect the dream life that you are working on building and that you promised your family to build. Because when you do, when your entrepreneurship becomes enjoyable again, when you feel like you are staying committed to what is important, when you are being productive, laser focused, you become so happy in your entrepreneurship journey. Your entrepreneurship journey becomes much more enjoyable experience. So you don't feel stressed, disappointed, and overwhelmed by stacking projects, tasks, by not committing to your work, by overdoing your deadlines, by not following along with your promises, with your goals, with your dreams. Instead, you are enjoying a lot your entrepreneurship journey. So it becomes exciting again. It becomes much more fun and enjoyable experience when you are learning to say no to others and saying yes to that dream life. And you will finally feel like you're building the dream life you've always wanted. I promise you, if you commit to what truly matters, what is important in your entrepreneurial life, and break this bad habit of constantly saying yes to everyone, to everything, and saying no to your goals, to your dreams, you will thank yourself later. You will be so happy, so glad that you listened to this podcast episode and that you followed my steps and used these tips, this advice to transform your entrepreneurial life. And you might even thank me for reminding you of this today. So from now on, be aware, be careful of who you are saying yes to, and make sure that you are committing to your work, to your projects, to your tasks. Do not say, I will do them later. Do not say, oh, I can help during my work days and I can do the work during the weekend. Or do not say, I'm going to go out and help others and then I will do the work later on the evening. Don't do that. This is a big mistake in your entrepreneurship, and this is going to have so much consequences and so much costs on your entrepreneurial life. So your work is important. Your entrepreneurship journey is very important. Your family is very important. So make sure that you are saying no and saying yes to your goals, to your dreams, and be logical, be reasonable when you say no. And people should also understand that when you are saying no, or when you are saying I can't help, I can't do that or do this today or during this week, they should accept that, they should respect that, they should understand that you have work to do, that you have goals and dreams, and that you have a family that you are raising and that you are building a better life for them. So nothing is important more than your health, your family, and your entrepreneurial journey. That's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you enjoyed listening or watching to this content, and I hope you got some tips, and these tips, this episode will transform your entrepreneurial life by reminding you about what is important and by reminding you about building that dream life. Please don't forget to follow me on iTunes or Spotify and download your free guide to start your building habits journey and breaking your old bad habits and reclaim your healthy life. You can find the link for this free guide below in the description area. Make sure you download this free guide so you can start your entrepreneurial transformation journey. And please leave a review, give me your feedback, and follow me on my social media accounts. You can find the links below as well in the description area, where you can follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put weekly, daily content on my social media accounts, so you can get insights, tips, strategies, practical steps that will help you break through in your entrepreneurial life. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't wait to publish a new episode. Bye everyone.